So it's my first time trading Weltrade, and this is my first day, so I wanted to guess how much I will have made at the end of this video, right? So yeah, that's it. Let's see how we trade, right? So over here, let's just put our trend line and see if we've got a pullback to that area over there, retesting that zone flip or the trend line. So yeah, I'm just going to place my limit orders so that I can be able to remember that I'm also looking at this pair, right? So let's just place our limit orders, right? So if I place my limit order over there, if I place my entry over there, my stop loss, I want a stop loss of $5, right? And of course it may exceed $5, but that's is better to have a guideline, right? So over there, if I place it over there, right, and so that I just want to place a limit order so that I can remember that I'm looking at this trade, right? So yeah, let's do that, right? And we'll see how it plays out. Maybe it will also get triggered, right? So over here, as you can see, this is the 15-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, sorry, right? So yeah, I can see that if it eventually moves, we will have a lot of room to play with our TP, right? So I don't usually set limit orders, but usually I enter manually. I enter, yeah, physical. Is it? I I do instant execution rather than limit orders. And so as you can see, I was already in a trade. Now I'm adjusting my stop loss into profit so that we don't get stopped out. So over here, I entered because of that blue moving average, right? And some other reasons also. Right? So over here, my network is a little bit leg. I think it was my MT5. So over here, I placed my stop loss above my entry so that I protect my capital, because remember, this is my first time trading Weltrade. I don't know how it actually moves. Right, so over here, let's see if I enter right now, how much will I be risking and where will my stop loss be? Yeah, it's not worth it. Right, so yeah, over here, as you can see, I'm already in that trade. Now let's look for other positions that we can trade. Right, so I was facing some challenges with my network, so I'm using TradingView on Weltrade so that I can analyze and see, so like just a guideline of how the market is moving, right? And yeah, and look for where I can potentially get my entries, right? So over here, this is what pay gain 400, sorry, right? So let's just use the Weltrade uh, application so that I can see, I can monitor my trade and see if it is still in profit and all that, right? So over here, it's still in profit. As you can see, let's check how the market is moving, because there was a small spike over there, but since MT5 is a little bit draggy, right, we can see the spike, but you can see with the spread lines over there. Right, so yeah, that's it. And now let's check gain 600. As you can see, we've got an impulsive move in the flag, right? And so like head and shoulder within that flag, right? Even if we drop down to the lower time frame, I'll show you in a minute. Right, so over here, as you can see, we've got what, a small zone flip. All right, so yeah, over there. Oh, okay. All right, so that's what we're doing. Okay, over there, right, as you can see, I've got, I want to see a head and shoulder, right? So I'm going to place my limit order over there, slightly above, right? And I just want to see if it will get triggered. In fact, I want it to get triggered so that I can enter into that trade, right? And that's where my stop loss will be. Yeah, let's just place the order. But as you can see, it's like dragging, right? It's not dragging, but it's losing momentum. That's why I placed that, right? So as you can see, it was triggered, right? It didn't my stop loss, and now let's see how it plays out. Paying is now on $8, right? So as you can see on gain 600, this is what I was seeing, right? This is the 4 hour time frame impulsive move, a flag, right? And on the lower time frame also, as you can check, we've got an impulsive move and a small flag within that flag. So that's why I'm anticipating that it will go down, right? So yeah, that's how I'm trading this Weltrade, right? And it's just price action and some moving averages mainly, right? So that's where my target will be. Right, so over here, let's just adjust our take profit. Though I know that most of the cases it won't eventually move to that area, I will exit manually, or my stop loss will be hit. And in fact, my stop loss got hit over there, right? As you can see, exited at 4 bucks. Let's just say for 5 bucks, right? And it didn't move well, right? So over here, I just paying 400. I just had my stop loss into profit, right? Now it got stopped out again at $4.50. So we're still like at the break even because everything is at a total of it's negligible, right? So over here under the gain, paying 400, right? So paying 600, sorry. Let me just show you the trade history. Paying 400, as you can see, I got stopped out over there, right? And the market actually continued going up. Imagine, right? So yeah, that's a bummer. That's painful, but it is what it is. That's the cost of placing your stop loss into profit, right? So yeah, let's see how this eventually moves, right? So gain 600 right over here, got stopped out over there, but at least this one moved a little bit opposite, right? So at least I was wrong on this one, right? So let's check pain 600, the one that I'm in right now, and see what's happening with the trade, right? So over here, as you can see, they've got what? Let's just close this trade. Why? Because let me show you the time frame, right? So over here, as you can see, they've got what? So like an M formation, right? So we're creating so like an M. So I don't know if the market will continue going down or if it wants to continue going up. So over here, we've got a retest of that trend line, but I'm not sure if that trend line will be respected as such. And so it's better to be safe than sorry. And so over here, gain 600, we've got another entry, right? So place my stop loss, right? And I'm also entering because of that trend line and that ID 50, testing the 50 moving average. So over here, place my trade, right? And my take profit and yeah, all that, right? So as you can see, it eventually is now in profit, right? $6, almost $7 right now, right? Gain 800 again. We also look like we have an entry over there because we've got uh, retest of the 50 moving average and then aim on the 200 moving average, right? So that's yeah, that's a good setup, right? So let's see if we can get a pullback to the 50 moving average and then continue going down, right? So let's see how this one plays out, but yeah, maybe we can place an order, right? So yeah, over here it's spiked, but yeah, I'm not going to be exiting yet. So let's just adjust our stop loss a little bit. Let's over here got a little spike, but it didn't quite reach the 50 moving average. So let's enter because we're waiting for that spike. Right, so over here, right, we'll place our stop loss. It will be around 6 bucks. But that's yeah, I do place around 6 bucks, but that's the only point because we can place it lower than that, right? Over there, right? So yeah, let's see how this plays out. Oh, good stopped out, right? Over there, and I think it was what gain 600, right? So it gave us a spike, testing the 50 moving average on the 5 minute and the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. It can actually continue going down, I'm sure of it, but yeah, I'm not going to be entering. So let's just hold in 800 and see how it plays out, right? So yeah, let's see. As you can see, I got stopped out and it continued going down, right? So yeah, that's it. I knew that it was going to continue, but it is what it is, right? So over here, place our stop loss into profit, right? That's the first thing that you have to do. Like the first thing that I do, in fact, because I don't want you to think that I'm forcing you to do this. Right? So over here now, in profit of what $7, right? Almost $8, right? And as you can see, it's still moving quite well. Right? So over here, $14 now, right? And we can, as you can see, it's almost approaching the TP, right? So yeah, let's just hold it and see, right, if it will reach our take profit, right? So yeah, let's adjust our stop loss as usual to protect that capital, right? So over here, yeah, place it above that spike, paying 400 now. Looks like it's moving well. Let's see how it looks over here, right? So yeah, over there, as you can see, we've got what so like a breakout of the 50 moving average, and we've got an impulsive and a small flag, right? So let's see how it plays out. Right, so yeah, let's hold it for a little while and see how it behaves. If it behaves incorrectly, we'll just exit the trade immediately, right? So over here, gain 400. Let's see if we can get an entry. This one has already moved. So let's see over there, right? So yeah, we don't have an entry at this point, right? So gain $806, $16, right? And pay just crashed. The rest just spiked here. I wanted to say crashed, but yeah, now it's continuing, right? As you can see, $18 and $4, right? So yeah, got stopped out over there, right? And as you can see, gain is now in four. It's now in almost $20. We can just say $20, right? And yeah, let's adjust our stop loss so that we don't lose all that money. Imagine the regret that I will have if I wake up and see that the market has stopped me out with a loss. Imagine, right? So yeah, got stopped out again. So now it's 16 bucks profit, right? So over here got stopped out and it's continued to spike a little bit, right? But it is what it is. Now let's gain 800. So over here, right? So it's because of that 50 moving average, right? So I placed two trades because I've got what $3 stop loss, right? So it it's not that big of a loss, right? So I wanted to reach $5 loss, so that's why I entered two positions, right? So as you can see, it's still moving well. Let's say I say $10 profit, $11, sorry, right? So it gave us a small spike over there, but yeah, let's see how it continues. $13 profit in overall, right? And still some running profits, right? So over here $8, but I don't trust it because of what? Because it's like creating a W, but let's see how it plays out. Right over here now, $16 profit, right? So yeah, $17 profit, right? So let's just close one trade, right? And because I don't, and it spiked again, right? So let's just close both of the trades because that stop loss is likely going to be it. So that's it, overall of $28 in the first 24 hours. So yeah, peace.